Plaintiff Joylisha Walker says she and the defendant have been best friends since middle school, and the defendant is her child's godmother. Joylisha claims she and the defendant recently had a falling out, which ended with the defendant stealing her property and assaulting her, so she's suing. Defendant Victoria Moreno says the reason she and Joylisha first started arguing is because Victoria refused to let Joylisha use her car for a drug transaction. Victoria's countersuing Joylisha for unpaid rent and bills.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
We were best friends since middle school. She is the godmother of my child. She considered my mother as her mother. We were like sisters, and she just she really hurt me by doing the things that she has done to me.
You want to give me some background?
We've been friends for 14 years or longer. She is right. I am considered her daughter's godmother. But as of August 6th, I want to say is when we had our conflict and dispute where we're here now for it.
All right. What are you here for? What did she do?
We were talking about some things. We started arguing, like a shouting match, and I ended up just curling myself up in the ball on the couch.
What were you arguing about? Some no good man?
Never. I do not want nobody.
You trying to keep it a secret? What were we arguing about?
No, we wasn't. It
weed?
wasn't.
Who bought the weed or who didn't?
No, it was nothing.
How much you gonna put in on the liquor?
It was over technically the value of my car and me not letting her use it for a drug transaction.
I know drugs or a man had something
No,
to do with it.
Yeah, it had to do with that. It has no man involved, trust me.
She don't look like a pill head or a crackhead.
No, that's not my MO.
Pick up the weed.
Yes.
That's not my MO.
She didn't want you to get her car impounded.
No, that was
That's
okay.
exactly
and
what I said, Your Honor.
You told her
yeah,
that?
that's exactly what I said.
That was okay. I was like, okay. But when we got done arguing, she's going to throw personal things in there about my mother. And yes.
That's a lie, Your
Time
Honor.
to fight when you talk about
About my mother. And
That is a lie.
And she ended up getting up, putting her hand over my mouth like I am her child. That is not okay by anyone. I'm just happy I didn't hit her then. So I end up bawling myself on the couch. And then I heard her leave out the door, and so I set up looking for my phone, and I couldn't find it. So I end up looking out the door. She's on my phone talking to my mother.
Yes, I was.
Y'all going through all of this.
Yes.
Because you can't go buy a bag.
No,
that
it
must be
wasn't
some weed.
Yes,
No,
I'm telling you.
We end up going through all of this.
Take some of that, and I don't even smoke weed.
It wasn't even, the crazy thing
Back
is.
in my day, it wasn't none of it. They had seeds in it and everything. Shit, garbage weed,
Like,
yeah.
honestly, it wasn't
Go
even
ahead.
like that.
That's what they used to call it, too, garbage. Rag weed.
No, it wasn't even like that.
Seeds and stems. Go ahead.
It was just everything.
I get
like
mad with her, too. You were right.
It wasn't even, like, honestly, it wasn't even that. It was like, I was just fed up because she has talked down to me in front of my child, in front of other people that are around our age. Like, she'd be like, you ain't using your brain too much. And are you, what?
If I'm her
like,
sister,
if I'm
that's
trying
what
to
sisters
clean,
do.
like,
You know, we
feed
correct
food.
each other.
Like,
Let me hear from you on this, on the altercation. What happened?
So technically, August 6th, we came home. We were out late that night due to my son being in the hospital. We had an altercation because later on, a couple hours passed, she came and asked to use my vehicle. I told her, you know, she gave me details of what she was using it for. And I told her no. So she sits here and, yeah, we go into personal details and about how to better ourselves. That's what the discussion was about. And she, you know, mentioned that she wanted her daughter. And I just happened to say right now in the mind state of you breaking down, your daughter shouldn't even be around you. Well, she literally goes out of control. I asked her to be quiet due to my son being asleep. Well, she sat here and wouldn't be quiet. So yes, I did put my hand over her mouth. At this point, I did take her phone, and it was right there beside the couch. She never looked for it because she seen me take her phone. I sat there, took her phone, dialed her mother right away. Mom, sis is over here tripping. This is what happened. This is what's going on. She, come help her out. Because right now, obviously, we need a little time away from each other. She said, I understand, honey.
Go get the weed. She said,
I
that's
know,
what you
right?
better do.
It was like, y'all need to hit it. But no, Mom sat there and stated, okay, let me see what I can do. Technically, Mom came down a couple hours later to figure out where she was. She turned off her phone. Nobody could get a hold of her.
First question, why didn't you ask her to leave your home?
I don't think it came to my mind to be like, get out of my house, because it was her home. We both agreed to be in it, and I might have not did it the right way, but
Fist fight never broke out?
It happened after the incident.
Yes, it led up to that.
A couple, I want to say maybe 2 weeks later, I text Miss Jaleisha letting her know she can come get her, telling her she can have a family member come get her belongings from my house. She stated that her dad would come get it. At this moment in time, I see Miss Jaleisha outside my yard looking through her
No, she
coat.
forgot one
I
part.
sat here and asked her to get out of my yard. She told me no, that she has the right to look through it in my yard. I said, no, you don't. I at least know that much. I took the totes and set it out of my gate, tried to shut the gate, and she assaulted me with my gate. Literally wouldn't let me shut it, and got to the point where she pushed it so far back that the top of my skin of my foot was bleeding. So when that happened, I sat here and literally threw my first punch.
How does she owe you for rent?
For rent altogether would be $900.
How much does she agree to per month?
This is where it gets complicated. She stayed with me for 4 months. For the first 2 months, technically, it was $300, period. After that, it was $300 for her for July. She moved out in the second week of August, and that's why I'm holding her at least accountable for that, because she stayed on the note that she was not abandoning the home, but she was going to return when she gets herself together.
What has she said?
She's not paying me. She ain't paying nothing. That she will get all her value and her belongings.
All right. Ma'am, what about the rent? And then I'll allow you to tell me about the property.
Okay. About the rent, we never had a written agreement whatsoever.
Doesn't have to be in writing.
We never said, she never mentioned anything about $300 or anything. She told me, you can help me when you can. And so I was like, okay, I'll do what I can do. At the time, and still today, I'm not working. I'm on disability because I was in a wreck. And she knew this. But when I got money, I was putting stuff in. Like, I'm just like, she needs to at least respect me.
Ma'am, she says there was no specific agreement or an amount.
It states on all these papers where she's writing me on Facebook where she knew she was accountable for the utilities.
She's saying she's about to show me where you agreed to pay the
utilities.
No,
I never seen anything about utilities.
Hold on, what?
It acknowledges that she knows that she has to pay for the utilities and everything of that nature.
She says she never agreed to any such thing.
Okay, she states, I know, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's the reason I came to AJ.
I don't know what I know means. You know what? Don't skip over the critical part.
No, this is where she's stating about the drug transaction. Technically, mention the people's
Read the entire thing.
I'm sorry, but since you've been with me, I have not got anything from you besides the help you are able to do, which from that you told me was not much. I don't really truly need anything from you if I know you don't have it. But as of yesterday, you've been hiding.
That's why you didn't want to read that part, huh?
Well, I mean,
that's why you tried to skip over that part. Yeah.
But
Go
then
ahead.
It states, I know. That's what I'm trying to do.
This is my first rodeo.
She says.
That's why I gave it to you to read. And I knew you was going to try to give me a little game. Because you think you're nickel slick. One word on rent. Just read that.
No.
One word. Just the word. Just the first couple of letters.
That's
say read. Read something. Say just R-E. Or R-T. Rent for short.
No,
anything.
Sir. Nothing on
10
here.
pages.
Nothing on
anything.
here.
I know it's nothing because she never agreed to pay you anything.
It just says that she acknowledges the fact that she has to pay this stuff.
I do not believe you. You've lost your credibility. I believe her. You misled the court. Providing documents that you said had one thing and it has no such thing.
Here.
You read it.
LOL, where's your $300 for rent then? I'm getting my stuff. She ignored completely everything. Right here it states, where is your money for rent?
$300? Woo, right. You see why they're clapping?
I knew I would get it. I'm sorry. It's so many pages.
You see why they're clapping? Taking that long to find the most important issue. Where are your $300 for rent then? She doesn't address the rent at all. Well, why did you only ask for $300?
For the month of June, we sat here and stated, okay, you're going to pay me $300.
Okay, you're going to get the $300 then. That's all you can prove, and that's the only rest. Pardon me?
For even utilities, if it states on here that that's what
Show me that.
Okay, so in here it states, or ask mom for money to make sure that the bills get paid that haven't even came in the mail. That's right there where she stated.
Ask mama.
Yeah, no, she asked her mother for money for utilities for the bills that have not been mailed to my house yet.
I have a text message where she said, you can call the sheriff or have mom come and get it. You owe $95 for the month of July and $60 for the Kingdom Pass. Call. I know the rules. You ain't paid nothing in this house.
Ma'am, you wrote her something that says she only owes $95?
That is the half of her utility bill for cable.
No, you
was
you owe $95 for the month of July and $60 for the Kentucky Kingdom
Pass. But like I said, there's more message in between those that were written.
No, you can call the sheriff or have mom come get it.
If you divide this, that's where the 90-some-odd dollars is for the cable bill that she sat here and is claiming.
But that's after she attacked me and she would not give me my personal items.
We're done with the attacks.
I have a video of where my stuff was on the ground. My child's panties was on the ground. And this is after she hit me and blacked my eye.
Just got in a fight. She threw my on the ground, and then she hit me because I'm like, she wouldn't even let my dad in the house to make sure I got all my stuff. And then when I asked her for simple things like wipes, this is what happened pretty much. Because I'm like, well, where's my wipes? Where's this? She can't answer it. She don't even want to answer it.
No, because
and then
in my house is in my house.
No, because I bought the wife.
Ma'am, I heard you say you threw her things out because it's your house.
No, I said...
just listen to you. What are you talking about?
If you go back...
I just heard you say, this is my house, and she was your tenant. She was your tenant.
And
you illegally evicted her. And for an illegal eviction...
No, I didn't evict her. She moved out herself.
Who threw her things out?
I didn't throw it out.
How did they get out there?
I sat here like...
How did her things get outside?
I placed them outside for her
So you just said you didn't.
No.
That's an illegal eviction, throwing her things out. She gets treble damages, mean triple. She gets triple the amount. Your claim is dismissed for an illegal eviction. You set her things out by your own admission. That is certainly an eviction. Judgment for the plaintiff times 3. $5,000 is her judgment. Yours is dismissed. Bye-bye.
I did not know
I'm good. Like, I'ma love her, but what she did to me showed me a piece of her character that I do not want to ever have in a friend.
I don't care. I don't care. I mean, it shows what kind of ugly person she could be because I sat here, opened up my home to her and her child, and this is the stuff that happens. So word of advice, don't help out your friends. Please don't, because this is what happens.